Hi guys, this is Michael. I did a video like this for a while where I've actually just kind of spoke about things. Let me take my headphones off because I don't really need them. You'll hear a thud. Sorry, that's me throwing them on the floor. Boom. That's where they go. They go on the floor at the side of my chair. So anyway, first of all, the reason that you're seeing a Lysandra video, League of Legends Lysandra video, is because I had somebody message me who said they're really new at the game and they wanted me to tell them out of all the champions that I've reviewed which one I would suggest if they were going to, because they're just starting up basically. They've hardly played it, only played a couple of games. Which would be a champion that's easy to use, got lots of power to kill things, good, can get out of danger and things like that. And easy to be able to pick up straight away. And for me, if I was going to suggest anybody, it would be Lysandra. So I'm going to do a quick talk on Lysandra, then I'll explain what the rest of this video is about after. There is more. This isn't just about League of Legends, so bear with me. So for you that asked the question, the thing about Lysandra is she's got 3 crowd control spells, which is good. She can cause damage, a lot of damage with a Q, which is like a ball of ice, like a spiky ball of ice. You throw it out, and the first target you hit just gets hit by the ball of ice. Then the ball of ice breaks open and hits more targets behind. So if you actually use it right, you can hit a large amount, quite a large amount of enemies in end. And it's brilliant for harassing other champions, because if they might need line of sight, so they might need to be able to see you open and to hit you with their skills, their spells. You can hit them through their own men, by just hitting behind. So that's that's one of your crowd control skills. The other one, the next thing is your W. So that was your Q. Now your W is called Ring of Frost, I think it's called. Anyway, what your W does is when you press that, you need to be stood next to, say, a champion, and then what you do is you press your W, and like ice, a circle of ice explodes from out of you, and it don't spread out really, really far, but far enough to actually root people and kind of to the floor. That's what it does. It roots them to the floor for a short time. They can still cast spells. They're still active, yes. But it roots them to the floor and keeps them still for a couple of seconds. So that's a good one for crowd control. And it does do damage to them as well. It doesn't just root them, it damages them as well. So you've got your Q and your W, they're both crowd, they can both hit crowds. And your last one is your ultimate, which is Frozen Tomb, which you can cast on the enemy or on yourself. And it's like you put ice, you lock them in like a I don't know, tower of ice, and then again an ice circle breaks out from around that little tower of ice, and anything in it takes damage, and it can do some really big damage. But it's also, of course, because it's a big circle, it also hits a crowd. So you've got 3 crowd control. Now your E, which is Glacial Path. And you'll see me use Glacial Path if you watch this. It's like a hand that reaches out along the floor. That's Glacial Path. Your Glacial Path is amazing. It's not a crowd control spell so much, but it's amazing for getting you into fights or helping you escape. You asked me for something that helps your escape easy. Well, that's what. Glacial Path is brilliant for helping you escape, because you can cast it anywhere you want, and then as it travels along the floor, you press E again as it's travelling, and you'll disappear and reappear where the hand was when you pressed E. So it's great to get away from things. If something's chasing you, just shoot it out in front of you as you're running away, and then just press E and it'll teleport you to where the hand was. So there's good for escaping, and you did ask for that. And another good thing about Lysandra when it comes to surviving, which is what you wanted, is her Frozen Tomb. because Frozen Tomb, you don't just have to cast it on the enemy, you can cast it on yourself, and then it works like a Zonya's Hourglass, where you basically you cannot be targeted, but you cannot cast any spells, and it kind of locks you in that tower ice for like about 2.5 seconds, I think it is. You're basically safe. Nothing can hurt you. Nothing can do anything to you. Now, if you pair that with Zonya's Hourglass, that's about 2.5 seconds of invulnerability as well. So you end up with about 5 seconds of complete invulnerability, and you know that can be a lifetime in League of Legends. So yeah, I think it's a. I think I would suggest that you did that you went for Lysandra simply because she's got the survivability, she's got the crowd control, so she can kill things, and items to buy. I'll take you through them real quick. You want first I'd buy Sorcerer's Shoes. That's what you usually buy for most things AP class. I usually put Home Guard on them because Home Guard lets your magic and your mana fill up really quickly in a very short space of time. It's like you'll just see it just build right up. Even if you hardly had anything left, it'll fill up in like two seconds and you're filled up. And then you can just move out again. And also you get a boost of speed for leaving base, so you can get back into. You can like teleport out and be back into the fight within like 10 seconds. So it's really good for that. You'll see me gate eventually on here, and then you'll see how it builds up. Then after that I go for Zonya's Hourglass, which as I've explained, compare with Frozen. You see I've already got it. See them flames coming out to my feet? That's because I've already got that's what Home Guard does. It lets you get back into the fight. So Zonya's Hourglass, because that pairs with Frozen Tomb to give you survivability. Plus it's also got a good amount of AP for you. That'll help. After Zonya's Hourglass, I usually go for Melanomicon. Melanomicon because it has a decent hit of AP. I think it's something like 80, but also it hurts champions more if you hit them below a certain level, something like that. So that's actually decent to have. Then after Melanomicon, I usually go for, let me just count them up with a video. Then I'll usually go for Rabadon's Deathcap, which again is a big shot of AP again, and it gives you more AP. It's got a passive that actually builds even more up. And then after Rabadon's Deathcap, I'll usually go for Abyssal Scepter, because Abyssal Scepter has a passive where if the enemy are close to you, it lessens something like the magic defense or something like that. I can't remember the wording exactly. But it basically makes them a bit weaker. And don't forget, when you play this, you'll need to get close to the enemy to use your crowd control, your Ring of Frost and your Frozen Tomb. So you usually send in Glacial Path, which is that hand, and then you'll use the hand to teleport right next to them. As the hand hits them, press E, teleport in, press your W to route them to the spot with Ring of Frost. And then you can always Frozen Tomb them if you need to, and then use your Q to finish them if that doesn't finish them. So you've got a nice 4-hit combo altogether, just using everything. And so yeah, all this AP will help with that, and it will help with, and Abyssal Scepter will help as well. And then finally, I go for Void Staff, because like Abyssal Scepter, Void Staff automatic, I say like Abyssal Scepter, there's a difference. With Abyssal Scepter, the only way you get the benefit of that passive is when you are next to an enemy, like an enemy champion. Whereas with Void Staff, it's always there. It's basically when you throw a spell out to an enemy, it automatically ignores, I think it's 35% of the magic defense. So you've got all of a sudden you've got these spells that are just passing through their shields and causing a lot of damage. And you put that with the fact that by the time you've finished collecting these spells, the items. By the time you've collected these items together, you're going to have a huge amount of AP, 600-700, something like that, I think. And you just cause a lot of damage then. So you've got survivability, escapability, and then you can cause some serious damage. And at the same time, she isn't hard to use. You know, you get used to her pretty quick. The hardest thing to use for me, that I always found to use, was Glacial Path. Because when I first started playing it, Glacial Path wouldn't go in a line for me. It wouldn't go in the right line. I used to throw it all over the place. Usually, I'd be wanting to throw it towards enemy champion. It ended up going behind me. Yeah, it took me a little while to get used to Glacial Path. But once I got used to that, it was fine. And sometimes I've been known to cast Frozen Tomb on myself when I'm trying to cast it, when I meant to cast it on enemy. So I do that at times as well. But otherwise, she's really easy to use, and she's got a lot of damage that she does, and I think that'll help. So hopefully, let me know how you do, and you know what to do. Just PM, just message me on whatever, on YouTube or whatever, and I'll answer you. But yeah, just good luck with it. I think she'll be a good start for you. Okay, now the next piece of business is gaming. Now I'm going to be finishing off Game of Thrones, and I don't think there's a lot left. I've been looking at how long this episode's been going, and I don't think there's a hell of a lot left to go through now to finish it. So I am going to finish it, but also I'm going to start another game up. And when Game of Thrones ends, when Game of Thrones ends, this game will be taken over, and the game is the new Mad Max game. So I'm going to be recording some Mad Max tonight, and then what I'm going to do is I haven't got actually any Game of Thrones recorded, so what I'm going to probably record rest of Game of Thrones, and I'll record some Mad Max, and over the next couple of nights, or next few days, 3 or 4 days, you'll probably get a video each night, just to get through the rest of Game of Thrones. And then after that, it'll just be Mad Max, and I'll be doing that for a while. I need a break from TellTale, and especially with Game of Thrones, because I don't know if you've noticed, well, you probably have noticed, but lately I've been pausing it a lot so I can rant about TellTale and Game of Thrones and things like that. And it's just starting to get to a point where it's not becoming that fun for me anymore. I've had it a little while. I've felt like it a little while, and I didn't say out because I just wanted to keep going. I don't know. I just thought that I should keep doing it because I've done all other episodes, So you kind of think to yourself, well, now I've done other episodes, I really should do rest. But that's not really the case. You don't have to. It's just, that's just up to me. And I don't know if I'll be doing any more. I don't know if I'll bother doing next episode. But I am definitely going to finish off this one because I don't want to finish it halfway through. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish this. I'll also start posting Mad Max, and then I will, and then like I say, when Game of Thrones, when this episode finishes, then I'll just carry on with Mad Max. It should take a while. Mad Max should take a while because I still haven't got fibre, so it's still going to be quite a small episode. Probably I'll try and push it to 20-minute episodes if I can, and get as much done in each episode as I can. But we'll see how it goes. If it looks like it's going to take about 6 months to do, then I might just do odd episode and do a lot of building offline, off camera and then just kind of explain what new things I've done, what new upgrades I've put on and things like that. I think that probably will be a way I go if it looks like it's going to be too big. But I did have a quick look at it. I've done settings for it, which I'll explain when I actually do the video. But I've done settings for it and everything, and it looks really nice. So it should be good. And for those that have actually played Mad Max, that have actually watched Mad Max the movie and they enjoyed it, this should be good. But it's kind of more based on the new Mad Max, I think, than the older one. So we'll have to see anyway. It's a new game, so we'll see how it goes. And of course, I'm waiting for Fallout 4 more than anything. But I just kind of cheered with my arms, just kind of waved my arms about as if I were cheering, but it's like you couldn't see that, so it don't really matter. Don't know why I did it then. Anyway, so I'm gonna go. Again, let me know how you do with Lysandra if you're listening to this. Let me know how you do with her, and hopefully you'll be right with her. And if if you're looking forward to Mad Max, please let me know. Just comment, and if you've played it, comment, tell me what you think about it. Don't give me any spoilers, don't tell me what happens. Just kind of tell me if it's a good game, if you enjoyed it, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know how I'm going to feel, because some of these games that are made from a movie, they're notoriously terrible because they just are. There's not a lot of games that have been kind of taken from a movie that actually turned out really good. So I'm hoping. I will have to wait and see. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and hope you've enjoyed watching Lysandra do what she's been doing. I found this footage, funnily enough. I didn't actually. This probably a month or two old, something like that. Found this just floating around on one of my hard drives. It was like, oh, okay, that'll do. I never posted it, so yeah, I'll do that. Right, guys, you take care. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon with the first Mad Max episode. So, bye for now.